What's up, guys? It is I, once again, Yusuf Al-Sanad, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Monday series created by Emily Boone. She's a really awesome YouTuber and one I'm very proud to call my friend, my dear beloved friend. Please do check her channel out. I'm going to add a link for her channel down below in the description box. And for this week's topic in the Movie Monday series, I'll be sharing with you guys and gals my top 5 horror movies from every decade, one from each decade, from 1960s to the 2000s. And this is a list which I found most intriguing and can't wait to share with you guys and gals, especially considering that I love horror movies. You know, horror cinema is my thing. And just like the previous episodes in the Movie Monday series, I'm going to be ranking these movies based on a ranking system from number 5 to number 1. And here's how the list goes. At number 5, we have George A. Romero's 1968 zombie horror film, Night of the Living Dead. George A. Romero, God rest his soul, is a genius for creating the zombie genre, or rather, he made the zombie genre very popular among mainstream audiences. And this movie, guys, is an all-time classic for me personally because I love zombies, I love horror, and I love the main character of Ben, who's played by Dwayne Jones, the first African-American actor to play a lead role as the main character Ben, and he is so awesome in this movie. He plays a character who has no sense of stereotype to him, and not just that, but he is very logical and very rational in what he does, and everything he does makes sense in terms of survival. The zombie effects don't hold out that well, especially considering nowadays we have The Walking Dead by AMC Network, but this movie still holds up quite well in terms of its story and in terms of the characters. And yeah, George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead is an all-time classic and one of my absolute favorites. Yours truly does imagine in an alternate universe in which George A. Romero comes back from the dead as a zombie and thanks all of his fans for supporting him and the zombie genre and making the zombie genre what it is today. And George A. Romero, I love you, brother. God rest your soul. At number 4, we have William Friedkin's The Exorcist, one of my all-time favorite horror films, a movie I love so much. And William Friedkin's direction and the writing by William Peter Blatty, who also wrote the novel to The Exorcist, is absolutely brilliant. Ellen Burstyn, Linda Blair, Kitty Wynn, an actress I found to be very underrated. I love Kitty Wynn so much and she is so beautiful in this movie. Max von Sydow, every other actors in this movie are so good, and William Friedkin's direction is excellent. He knows how to direct horror movies, and this movie is so intense. It has such a strong atmosphere, a very creepy atmosphere, and this film also has one of the most notorious villains in cinema history, Satan himself, who's played very well by Linda Blair. And Linda Blair is so cute, and the transformation she undergoes from this very cute girl to becoming this very demonic little being, a being known as Bezuzo, even though yours truly prefers to address him as Satan because Satan is the ultimate evil, and this movie is about good versus evil, God versus Satan, and it's so beautiful, guys. I love this film because it's not just scary, but The Exorcist has a very strong heart and soul to it, and William Friedkin's The Exorcist is one of my all-time favorites. At number 3, we have Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. The Shining is one of the most creepy, atmospheric, yet awesome films I've ever seen. This movie defines horror cinema, and this film has one of the best performances by any actors in Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is so unhinged and so creepy, yet so awesome. Jack Nicholson is so exceptional in this movie, and he plays a character who's very out there and very crazy as all hell. And Shelley Duvall plays opposite Jack Nicholson, and she is also good. And this movie has very good performances by every actors, including the young boy whose character name is Danny. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining is one of the best and most creepy horror films I've ever seen, but this movie is so good, it's not one to miss, especially if you're a horror fan. At number 2, we have Adrian Lyne's Jacob's Ladder, and this movie, guys, is so amazing. It's so creepy, so terrifying, yet so good. This movie has two strong performances in Tim Robbins and the woman who plays his girlfriend. I don't know her name, but I believe she's of Puerto Rican descent. Both of them are so good, but this movie is Tim Robbins' film, and he is so great, guys. I love Tim Robbins so much. He plays a broken down man who's gone through depression as a result of his son dying, and this character reminds me so much of James Sunderland from Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2, if you guys and gals don't know, is a survival horror game on the PS2, and this game is so much like Jacob's Ladder in many ways. These two are so similar in the traumas they have experienced in their lives, especially when it involves people they love so much. In the case with Jacob, it's his son, and for James, it's his wife. Adrian Lyne's Jacob's Ladder is such a great film, and without question, one of the best horror films I've ever seen, especially from this decade. And finally, guys, at number one, we have the 2007 French horror film, written and directed by people whose names I can't pronounce at this moment, but this movie is A l'Intérieur, also known in the English language as Inside, and this movie, guys, is so great. I can't express to you guys and gals how good this movie is. It's very dark, very gritty, and very depressing at times, but this movie is just so good in terms of how the story is told, in terms of the horror, in terms of the performances by these two actresses, one of who is Patrice Dalle, and Patrice Dalle is so amazing and so beautiful, guys. I mean, she is so beautiful, so seductive, and just so crazy as hell. She can be described as an angel of death because, guys, she really is an angel of death, and she brings with her death. Patrice Dalle serves as the main antagonist of the movie, and she is so great. I love this film because of the horror, because of the drama, the story, the performances by the two ladies, and the soundtrack is so good. Everything about this movie works so well for me. That's why A l'Intérieur ranks at number one. Thank you guys and gals for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and do check out my gaming channel where I do Let's Play series, gaming content, all that kind of good stuff. And until next time, peace out, take care, adios, amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.